wow, what is happening? And then to me, the only saving grace to this season that I would have found interesting is if Jen didn't plead guilty. And we were watching this the way we watched Erica 2 seasons ago, now that this past season of Beverly Hills is finished. Did she or didn't she? She's talking to her mother. She's not lying to her mother. She says she didn't do it. Wait, I thought Jen was guilty. Then you see a scene with Coach Shah. Wow, I thought Jen was guilty. Look at how hurtful she is with the cutie, sweetie Coach Shah. This woman didn't do this. Shame on you for thinking this, David. We would be back and forth. Is she guilty or innocent? And the fact that we know, I'm almost the opposite of you. We're like, I don't want to know. It's strange to watch it now. So it's like, that's not even my problem with it. It's so boring is my problem. But like, at least if we didn't know, I would be on the edge of my seat being like, oh my God, there's a trial. And did she do it? And like, I think she did it. But she's with her mother alone. I mean, there's cameras there, but she's alone with her mama. She can't be lying to her mother. And I would be debating every week here, is she guilty or not? I would literally be confused. That would have been interesting. I think they banked on that. And here we are knowing. I think knowing has ruined the whole season.
That's a hot take. I was going to say the other thing that I really sense, we really are missing Mary Cosby. I mean, I don't know if Mary's regretting. Actually, I'm going to message Mary today and ask her. I mean, we're missing her. Is Mary wishing she had stuck around? I mean, at first I was like, and again, I kind of stick by this. I think Mary saw the writing on the wall. I think she saw what this show does. People investigate, they dig until they find something. And I think now there's absolutely no criminal charge. Everything's been dropped for her, alleged about the church or whatever. But I think she's got a good thing with this church thing that she has going. And maybe it's all on the up and up. I have no idea. I just think for a lot of reasons, she wanted out business, most of them having to do stemming from business, right? But Mary is really missed on this show for a lot of reasons. She was quirky, the relationship she had marrying her grandfather. I mean, her relationship with her son, which was very much like I love a mama's boy. Mary is Mary doesn't even know how good she is on TV. She's that good, and I need to write to Mary and say, one, I apologize. We miss you dearly on the show. Two, do you miss being on the show? And
three, really are you going to come on Behind the Velvet Rope podcast?
The other thing that isn't good for them is they all seem like they're friends, really, on Salt Lake. Mary was not friends with Jen Shah. Mary was not friends with a lot of them. Mary did not like them and would say it to their face. We kind of have this kumbaya right now where they're rallying around Jen and we're trying to, like you said, we're trying to have this fight between Whitney and Heather that no one buys. They're cousins. They've been together for 100 years. I think Meredith and Lisa probably aren't really friends and aren't going to be, but it's not that interesting. Meredith is very like, all right, I'll just stay away. I get what the audience is saying. I am a person, I love a spoiler. So I'm still interested to see how it plays out with Jen. But I mean, if the women don't really turn on Jen and there aren't some explosive things around this and the timing doesn't work out, we're in trouble. We're in a little bit of trouble.
I mean, Heather Gay definitely is not turning on her. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I mean, I think Mary has no idea of how good she was. I say justice for Mary Cosby.
I gotta say too, I apologize.
She made good TV, like whether you like her or not. And look, if she left for business reasons, then I love her even more because that's what I love. I hate like a Jen Shah. I said this before. I still believe no one will ever change my mind on this statement. I think I said this with Catherine Edwards and her mouth like dropped open. She was like, really? I mean, she wasn't arguing. I believe that if Jen Shah were given a choice, she wasn't caught because she was on TV. She was caught, this was going on, but I believe that if someone said to Jen Shah, you have two choices, continue your life, and girl, you know what you're doing and you're guilty and you're making this, $9 million in restitution. That means she made more than that. Look at the money you're making. Look at this. You keep this life. No, you'll never be found out. Never. No one will ever know. And you never will be famous. or you're going to be famous and you're going to go to jail for however many years. I think she would choose the second one, to go to jail. You will not change my mind on that. See, you're having the same reaction that Catherine Edwards had. Your eyes are bugging out. Your mouth is open. I stand by that. I don't care what people say. Disagree with me.
Right. I mean,
I think
almost,
she would.
Yeah, go on.
Them. I think she would say, no, it's okay. I'll get caught and I'll figure it out. I want to be famous.
It brings me back to Lance Armstrong, of course, the greatest cheating cyclist. But, Lance Armstrong was these people that are narcissists and meant for television. They can't help it. Lance Armstrong would have gone down as the greatest cyclist in history. He never would have been found out for doping. But he couldn't stay away. He retired and then he unretired and he came back in 2005. And then by 2007, they'd uncovered all his doping secret. And he says, if I hadn't come back, but he couldn't stay away. He couldn't, the fame, the money, the accolades, people want pictures with you everywhere you go. You get into every restaurant. You get invited to award show. You're VIP. They can't help it.
I mean, look,
even
that
when the stakes are so high.
It's high. It's nice. It's really nice. But I do think there's a lot of people in the world that say no to these reality shows that have Diana Jenkins money or $100 million, and their lives, they get in pretty much anywhere too. They can go to the Met Gala and sit near Kim Kardashian. It's called, here's $50 million, Anna Wintour, and we're going to come in.
It's just that nobody, I mean, even though they're rich, nobody cares. You know what I mean?
But if you're a whole person, you don't need these accolades.
True.
You don't need the people asking you for pictures. You're like, I don't want anyone to, and I don't know. I feel like I have such a different relationship with fame because of what I do. And I've been doing it for 3 years. I do. I really do. I don't mean me. I just mean speaking to all. I mean, I've done they say what is it? 1,000 hours of anything and you're an expert. That's the thing. I've done 1,000 hours. We're at 600 shows, but I don't count any of the Patreon shows as a number. I'm boring you with details. I've done over 1,000 interviews at this point. So I feel like you speak to people that you thought were so famous, and everyone's just a person before.
I can't even tell you that here in Hollywood, how much.
So I really had, yes, I've met Cher 4 times. I've broken down crying the 3rd time. If I met her again, there are very, very few people but that's not, that's just, you have that extra thing. There's something about you. I can't even believe this. But short of a Cher and a Madonna, I don't know if there's anybody that everyone to me is just a person. I don't even need a picture. I just enjoy a true interaction of this is an authentic moment. During my interviews at times, my eyes light up. I'm like, oh, this is an authentic moment. Now the other 50 minutes was just complete BS between us, but I'm not going to call you out on that, but that's what I love. And so I don't know, I really think if you have that desire to be famous, you're lacking true happiness. I do.
Okay. I love this. I have to love you and leave you.
Man,
this is so good.
We got, but I do agree, Mary Cosby, justice for Miss Cosby.